Dear students, wish you a very good day. Myself Rakesh Shekhawat, and today I am going to teach you the very famous poem My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. I am sure you all are agree with me that a woman has to play several roles in her lifetime as a mother, as a daughter in law, as a wife, etc. The role of a daughter is the most complex role that she has to play throughout her life. We have here a very touching and beautiful poem, My Mother at 66, written by a prominent English writer, Kamala Das. Kamala Das lifetime wrote both in Malayalam and in English. She was born in Malabar, Kerala, and she died at the age of 75 in 2009. So, my dear students, My Mother at 66 touches upon the themes of aging and complex human relationship. This poem is written in free verse. Let us read to the poem and then understand what the poet is going to say about why being a daughter is so complex. Why it is the most complex human relationship. I begin poem with the reading of the poem. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. First, I want to explain some difficult words to you. Doze. Doze means a light sleep. Ashen. Ashen means very pale or like ash. Corpse. A dead body. Sprinting. Sprinting means shooting out of the ground or moving in opposite direction. So that was the reading of the poem. I am sure the very first observation made by you is that the poem is written in free verse. There is no rhyme scheme, and it is indeed a long sentence without any full stop. That is the different way of writing. That's the different way of writing. It is as if poet is trying to narrate one thought after the other as it comes into her mind. So narrator goes to paraphrasing of the poem and see what we can understand as what the poet is actually trying to tell us. The poet is at her parents' home. She must have come and spent a long holiday out there, and now she is going back to Cochin to the airport, and her old aging mother is traveling with her in car. They are traveling in a car. The journey is by car. And then the poetess suddenly realizes that her mother has fallen asleep beside her in the car. When she glances at her mother, she is shocked to see how old and frail and grey her mother looks. I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouth, and her face ashen. That was her mother at that time looking. Indeed, her mother looks almost as if she is like a dead corpse. Ashen like that of corpse means her mother was at that time look as a dead body, as a dead body. And that suddenly shakes the poetess out of a reverie. When the poetess felt much pain in her heart, she wanted to reflect her thoughts And then she stands to realize that her mother is no longer a young lady, that in fact an old woman of 66. So what is the poet do? She does not just dwell in that constantly. She shudders and she soon put that thought away. She want to put these thoughts away and look out at young trees sprinting. And then she began to look out the window and notice that the long trees are sprinting. Sprinting means that something that is moving very fast in opposite direction, and that obviously a symbol of growth. Tree is symbol of growth, of energy, of vitality. Not only that, the poetess look out, but she sees young merry children. The merry children spring out of their homes. Means the poetess sees outside that some young merry children, merry means happy children, spring out of their homes. They were playing just outside of their houses. Just as children are full of joy, full of vitality, full of vigor, full of enthusiasm. And again we have a device of contrast, where the poetess shows old age against youth, as her mother is in old age and the children are in youth. Then suddenly, after point of time, ultimately they reach the airport. And you know, the airport, it is a very impersonal kind of place. At the airport, the poetess is completely engaged in completing formality of taking boarding pass, security check and baggage, etc. And then I looked again at her. उसके बाद, and then the poetess again felt about her mother. At the point of time, she suddenly realized that, okay, my mother is also there with me. She looked at her, and when she looks her, then again she stuck with her appearance, because she saw her mother when pale as a late winter's moon. That her mother now signifies the old age, death and decay. She is extremely pale, extremely colorless. There is more attention that the poet's mother is suffering from some kind of fatal disease. Maybe indeed the poetess mother may be coming towards her end. At this point of time, the poet is using a very beautiful simile. Pale as a late winter's moon. She compares her mother to the late winter's moon. Always in traditional poetry, winter's moon reflects the waxing and vanity of moon. These are symbols of approaching to the death. Now, what does the poet do? Can she still back? Can she forego to complete the commitments and responsibility? Whether the poet had to rush back to her job, or there she has her family, her husband to attend, her children to attend to. But nonetheless, it is so difficult that she can't wait a single moment longer. She has obligations and commitments to fulfill. And what does she do then? Again, at the point of time, she feels the old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. And all I said was, her childhood fear. She feels the old familiar ache. It would be noticed that the poet is extremely close to her mother. In fact, her mother was one of the influences in becoming a writer because her mother was also a writer. So she had a very close binding with her. But soon she can't give up everything and stay with her mother, and she felt the old familiar ache. What is her old familiar ache? Maybe as a very young girl, she was separated from her mother, and again the pain revisits her, and she feels extremely sad. And I am sure guilty too. My childhood sphere. But all I said, see you soon, Amma. So loaded with meaning, if you read it between the lines, you don't know whether the poet is feeling maybe my mother is no longer going to be there when next time when I come to see her. But she resumes herself, and most she resumes her mother, that she said, see you soon, Amma. That is the way, that is the way, unemotional way of parting. There is no mention about her quick hug or some tears being shed, but a very matter of fact, due to her mother said, see you soon, Amma. And then the final line, all I did was smile and smile and smile. So, very cleverly, the poet uses repetition to emphasize the point that she is helpless in this situation. The simile is over here more to assume her mother. Simile. The simile, smile, smile, and smile. The simile is here is quite hollow, quite artificial, because at this point of time she can't do anything. She can't, you know, she can't change her travel plan and stay back with her mother. She said herself, okay, I am going to stay back and stay with my mother. No, she has commitments, and that is why I talked about complex human relationship. This is picture of her mother. I want to show you. A daughter everyone knows when she has got a daughter everyone knows when she has got married, she has to left her parents' home and then seek out the new life. She can't stay back, and especially the daughter had to live in another hometown. It becomes even much more difficult. However, she may want to do that we mean complex human relations. So, I am sure you understand that I want to say in this poem named My Mother at 66 regarding complex human relationship. I would once again like to touch the point aging. Aging is definitely a naturally process, it is irreversible. The poet not only fears about her mother's age but also her old aging. She realizes that this is an inevitable, and that is why she is not ready to realize about the fact aging in a person so close to her. But at final she realizes old age and youth are the two sides of a coin. Now we will discuss some exam based questions from stanza first. Question number 1. Where was the poetess driving to? Answer. The poetess was driving to the Cochin airport from her parents' home. Question number 2. What did she notice while her mother sat beside her? Answer. She noticed that her mother was dozed with mouth open. Question number 3. Why her mother's face looked like that of a corpse? Her mother face looked like a corpse due to old age. Question number 4. Find words from the passage which means felt. Felt. Realized. Realized means felt. B. Sleep lightly. So, dear students, doze. Doze means sleep lightly. And third one is dead body. So the answer will be corpse, because corpse means dead body. Now some questions from stanza second. You can take screenshot of this, and after you can write these questions in your notebook. Now stanza second. Question number first. How were the young trees sprinting? Answer. As the car moved on, the young trees growing outside went past as if they were sprinting, as if they were moving fastly in the opposite side. Question second. What did she see the children doing? Answer. The poet see the happy children were moving out of their homes in a large numbers. Question third. What did the poet do after the security check? Answer. After the security check, the poet stood a few yards away and looked at her mother's face again. Question number 4. Why did the poet compare her mother's face to a late winter's moon? Answer. The late winter's moon lacks brings as well as strength. The pale and colorless mother's face resembles the late winter's moon. Please take its screenshot. Now I would like to stress the poetic devices used in this poem. Already mentioned in the beginning that the poem is written in free verse. It uses long sentences in which there is no full stop. Then when we talk about simile, in this poem, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and as late as winter's moon. And then we saw repetition in the last line: smile, smile, and smile. Then you have symbols in the sprinting and merry children spilling out their homes. And about the trees, I told you as a symbol of growth, vitality. Similarly, merry children's, happy children's are symbols of enthusiasm and vitality and growth. Then you have another symbol in as late as winter's moon. I told you winter's moon symbolizes approaching death and decay. So I am sure the reading of this poem and explanation has made clear that it is very beautiful and touching poem. My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. Thank you.